Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of the YouTube world, CJ Rose's back in the building. Welcome back to the channel. All right, I'm gonna try to do this. I don't want to do this video super quick because we got some things to talk about, but I'm trying to get into WWE 2K25, man. It released today. You know, I made a couple videos from my rise. I'm about to do a showcase. You already know, man. We about to get into it, man. But we gotta talk about this. So, you want to know what's funny? All week, I've been on Google trying to find the official graphic card for the Women's World Championship match, right? All week. And then yesterday, I told myself in my mind, I'm like, bro, we just had a major title change on Raw. And we usually talk about that. And I was like, you're right. Why we ain't talk about it? Because I was hoping the graphic card would come like on Tuesday and Wednesday, and I could be like, okay, we ain't got to make the video. We can just talk about it, right? So on SmackDown, the graphic card finally came out, and I searched Google, and I found it. So here we go. We can talk about it. At WrestleMania 41, as of right now, it will be the new Women's World Champion, Io Sky, versus Bianca Belair for the Women's World title. Yes, I said and new. Io Sky shocked the world on Monday, where she beat Rhea Ripley clean, pretty much clean. She beat her clean for the Women's World title. I was shocked. I was pacing back and forth in my room. I'm like, what the hell am I looking at? And it actually adds to, or it began the crazy week of WWE. This week has been nuts, bro. We coming off the heels of Elimination Chamber, which in my mind at the particular moment is the best PLE of 2025. I know it's only the second one of the year, but listen, that show is going to be top 5 this year, 100%. When we actually grade it, but at the end of the year, it's going to be nuts, bro. It's going to be nuts. But we just coming off that. John Cena does one of the biggest things in wrestling history. We coming off that. And Raw just nonstop talks about it. And then once Raw ends, we got a new Women's World Champion. Io Sky beats Rhea Ripley. Didn't see it coming. To top that, or to follow up on that, on NXT the next day, Shawn Spears becomes the new North American champion. I'm like, oh, back-to-back title changes. Who would have thought? To follow off on that, SmackDown just ended about 10 minutes ago. We got a new United States champion. With everybody saying L.A. Knight, yeah. Finally gets his title back against Shinsuke Nakamura. Cool. You know what I'm saying? Which just pretty much ends this wild week of WWE. I'm cool on it. But going all the way back to Monday, because that's what we're here for. Bianca Belair won the Women's Elimination Chamber match, despite having a very clouded mind, because Jade Cargill returned before the match really could get started, or it could even start, and proceeded to beat the holy hell out of Naomi. Beat the brakes off that woman. Beat the brakes off that woman. To the point where Naomi got eliminated, and after that moment, Bianca Belair was just clouded for maybe a good 5 minutes. Ironically enough, the next person to come out was Bianca Belair. And the first thing she did, she ran up to the chamber door, And she wanted to check on Naomi. She had questions. She had a lot of questions and she needed answers. But even with all that going on, Bianca Belair still withstand all the thoughts, and she walked out the winner. She was going to face the Women's World Champion. To figure out who that was going to be, Monday Night Raw, we had Rhea Ripley versus Io Sky. Now, I was just saying this. All Rhea had to do was retain. And we finally got a match 5 years in the making. I'm sorry, about 4 years in the making. I apologize. 4 years in the making. And we finally got the match 4 years in the making, the mega match at WrestleMania. And I'm like, cool. All right, Rhea, just do your thing. As the match is going, Bianca Belair was out there anyway. She was scouting. She was cheering on Io. Right? Rhea sees that, gets mad, talks about, oh, what happened? You scared? You scared? What, you rather face Io than me? You scared? You scared I'm gonna beat you at Mania? All that. She's just talking trash. And Bianca's just like, no, I'm just enjoying the match. I'm rooting for the both of y'all. I was just rooting for Io at the moment. And then Rhea just takes her mind off the whole entire match. She's just focused on Bianca. And then she just pushes Bianca, right? Just pushes her. She's that type. And then Bianca pushes back, right? In my mind, that should have been DQ. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. In my mind, that should have been a disqualification. I'm just saying. It should have been a DQ because Bianca put hands on Rhea, even though, yes, Rhea put hands on Bianca first. Get that. But that should have been DQ. I'm saying you should not be putting hands on you as the person that's not wrestling should not be putting hands on active competitors. You shouldn't. Like, if you're not in the match, you shouldn't be putting your hands, DQ, right? People really try to fight that thought too. They were like, oh, they're on the outside. You don't get disqualified like that. I'm like, boy, I didn't respond to it. I just sat there and just looked at it. And I'm like, these are reasons why I hate social media, because of stupid comments. Like, that's a dumb comment. But either way, right? Rhea got back in the ring. She got back in control. She had Io on the top rope. She was going for the super riptide. Once again, mind not in the match. Looked at Bianca, told her, see you at WrestleMania. As Rhea's going for it, Io Sky counters with the super Hurricane Rana, Frankenstein, or whatever you want to call it. Io gets back on the top rope quick. Over the moonsault. 1, 2, 3. Rhea Ripley loses. Didn't see it coming. Shocked as hell. Maybe kind of tight as well. It wasn't fast. I was tight. Because for maybe the third time in what? 3 years? Yeah, the third time in 3 years, we had Rhea and Bianca right there. It was right there. The first time this was supposed to happen was Money in the Bank 2022. It was supposed to happen. Bianca Belair was a Raw Women's Champion. Rhea Ripley won the right to face Bianca Belair for the title at Money in the Bank. But Rhea got hurt, I believe, days before the show, and she was unable to compete. I was like, damn. But then again, I was like, you know what? We can run this back, no problem. I wasn't worried then. I was like, all right, cool, no problem. 2023 happens. The Royal Rumble. Rhea Ripley wins the Rumble, right? Bianca Belair is still the Raw Women's Champion. So right then and there, I'm like, okay, Rhea's going to choose Bianca, and then boom, we got the mega match. Simple, right? Simple, easy. Rhea instead chooses Charlotte. Now, to be honest, I got it. That I understood. I couldn't be mad. I couldn't be mad at that. Because she wanted to prove herself against a woman that embarrassed her at WrestleMania 3 years ago. I was like, all right, you know what? I ain't mad at it. Cool, we still got time. We can run it back. You know what? Whatever we got to do. Here we are again. 2025. 2 years later. Rhea Ripley's the women's world champion. Bianca Belair wins the Elimination Chamber. All we have to do, all that has to be done at this point is Rhea Ripley retaining the title. That's it. That's all that's left to do. Just retain, have a hell of a match because you and Io should be a hell of a main event. Cool. Have that match, retain, boom. Rhea, Bianca, we finally got it in Vegas. Cool. I'm like, all right, no problem. What happens? Io becomes women's world champion. And now at the particular moment, we got Io versus Bianca. And no disrespect to Io. No disrespect to her. But I don't want to see this match again. I don't. I saw it a lot. I saw it too much, for being honest. Remember, Io Sky came to the main roster with Bayley and Dakota Kai, and they were Damage Control. They were the original Damage Control. And they feuded with Bianca Belair when she was the Raw Women's Champion. And because of that, I saw a lot of Bianca versus Io. Hell, at Backlash in Puerto Rico, they had their match, right? They had a Raw Women's Championship match. Granted, tore the house down. They had a banger. That was a banger of a match. I loved it, right? I loved every minute of that match. That match was amazing. At first, it was slow, but the crowd helped the match pick up. And, Bianca won. I believe they had a rematch at Crown Jewel same year. This time, Io Sky was the women's champion. Bianca she lost because of Kairi Sane. That's when Kairi Sane made her return. And then, boom, Io Sky retains. So with those two matches and the other matches that they had when Io was, in the first stages of Damage Control, I don't know if I want to see this match again. I don't know. This might cook, whatever the case is. But I think the reason why I don't want to see this match is because I feel like Io loses the title at Mania, which kind of makes me sad, right? It kind of makes me sad because Io just won the title last week. Like right now, last week, Io Sky, well, not last week. It's past Monday. Io Sky won the Women's World Championship. Going into WrestleMania, I think she would have held that title. Let's see. That was the third, right? On Monday. So we got about 5-6 weeks till Mania. So that means Io would have held the title for 6 weeks. And that's it, right? Then she loses the title. Which also begs the question, is this the match we're going to have at WrestleMania, or are we going to have something added? And now that becomes my question. Because for Rhea Ripley to lose and not have a WrestleMania plan at the moment, it starts to look weird. Because then it tells me Rhea Ripley's going to be added to this match, isn't she? And when she gets added, we'll talk about it. But to me, that feels weird because it's like you lost clean. Now, if it was a DQ finish, like let's say if Bianca, like when Bianca pushed Rhea, it became a DQ, and then Io got mad at the fact that she earned this champion, or she got this shot and now she don't have it because Bianca wanted to be selfish or whatever the case is. And then Io gets added. That makes sense. I'm fine with that part. But how are you going to tell me Io gets added? I'm not Io, I'm sorry. How does Rhea get added to this match specifically? What, she goes, give me my match or I will tear Raw down? Something like that? Because that'd be like, I don't know. I'm not with that. I'm not with that. So that's my feeling right now. I feel like at WrestleMania will be a triple threat. Because again, it feels weird for Io to, I'm sorry, I keep saying Io, I'm sorry. It feels weird for Rhea Ripley to not have a match planned at WrestleMania, but we'll see how things go. And since we still are pretty early, with about 6 weeks left to Mania, as I said, I don't have a winner because I need to know specifically what's going on. Like, if this is the match, I'll tell you right now, I got Bianca Belair walking out champion because why? I mean, don't get me wrong. I think Io could win, but how does she win? Right? Like, we're talking about beating Bianca Belair, and Bianca Belair don't lose cleanly like that. You know what I'm saying? That's my thing. Like, Bianca don't lose clean like that. Like, she loses, but not clean. Like, gotta either something has to happen or somebody gets added. I don't know what it is, but we will keep tabs on things. Maybe Monday gives us a clear picture of something. I don't know. We'll see as things go. But for now, CEO versus Bianca. All right. Well, let's see how it go down. But until then, it's been Rose, man. Thank you for watching. Thank you for all the love and support as always. So, as I said, I'm about to go on this WWE 2K25, get my universe mode started, play this showcase and then continue with the My Rise, you know what I'm saying? Feeling good. It's the first day of 2K25. Let's get it. So until next time, peace, love, 100. You heard?